So this is the space where the wardrobe is going, and it's got an angle in the corner. The customer just realised that we've got boxing in. Well, not just realised, but once we had finished the construction process. So we had to modify it to suit this boxing in because there's waste pipes in here. Couldn't be helped. And so we just had to modify 2 bottom drawers here and 3 drawers here. The 3 were going there and the 2 there. We also had to modify all the bottoms of the carcasses and all the uprights. So we did that on fitting day right now. The interior is all painted. Exterior is mainly birch, apart from the drawer fascias, which are painted. Everything, side panel, all the trims, doors, they're all birch. This is what we got right now, and this is what we are on. So got a few tricky bits to assemble. Got 1 corner unit, 1 with an angle. Got an angled door, a few angled trims, and we have got lots of fascias to line up today and lots of doors to line up. So it's not a straightforward one. Plus we need to work around the boxing in now so the bearers don't go up against the wall anymore. We just doubly need to make sure that we've got good fixings in the corners, because the bottom of the wardrobe is less wide. And remember, we've got the Patreon now, so if you want to support the channel, feel free to do so. Other than that, guys, take it easy and hope you enjoyed the video. So bearers are down. As you can see, we've just put the back bearer up against the boxing in, or well, 30 mil away. We've left 50 mil from the edge because we got 50 mil trim. The top of the bearer is about 60 mil away from the carpet in height. And then if you have a look over here, the bearers stop short just shy of the carpet, because when we get that side panel, that should just cover the carpet joints and the skirting just there. We're not going to be able to cover the front of the carpet, but that's all planned. But yeah, going to start assembling carcasses now. Sean's just finished bringing bits and pieces up, so we're just about to start assembling some carcasses. Right, on to the second carcass. First one is in. You can see how we've cut around the boxing. There's drawers going in there, so we didn't need to put backings in, because the drawer's going to cover that, so that's fine. Sean is just on the second one. I'm going to leave the hanging rails until they're in place. Okay, the 3 carcasses are in, and they went together really nicely, really easily. Went on the bearers nicely, nice and level. So Sean's just clamping them up now and screw them up. So using 30s to join them, 430 screws. Most of them get hidden where the hinge is going to be. Some will get hidden by drawers. There are drawers in this section, and this section. So when we screw down into the bearers, you won't see those screws either. When we screw that side panel on to cover the side, then you won't see those screws either, because there's a door being hinged there. Well, you may see a couple at the back, but the front ones you won't. So we've just got to put that hanging rail in. We've got those others in. Screw them together, screw down. At the same time, I'm pulling apart the drawer runners, splitting them up into their components and getting the hinges ready. Going to take them out of the packs, just wind them back, get them all centered. And then, yeah, we can then start getting this fixed into position and taking measurements for trims and cheeks whilst I do drawers and hinges. Okay, so we've got up to this stage now where we've got the drawers in. They all went in really nice. The hanging rails are in. The single adjustable shelf is in. That's covering that boxing in, so you can't see any of the boxing in at the back anymore, which is quite handy. We've got about a 50 mil void at the top, which was planned, slightly smaller on the angle. And then we've got about 50 here as well. And we've got 50 to 60 at the floor. We're not really going to worry too much about the floor, even though we are getting it relatively tight. But obviously there will be carpet butting up against, which is about 20 mil thick. We will make sure it's tight enough. We're not going to leave like a centimetre gap or anything. It's just as tight to the floorboards as we can. But Sean is marking out the side panel. He's marked out this bottom plinth. Remember, everything external apart from the fascias are birch. The fascias are all painted. Yeah, so Sean has marked out the side panel and the bottom one here. All he's got left to do is 3 trims to measure. It's not looking great outside. It looks like there might be some light mist, but obviously we don't want to do any cutting in that. So yeah, hopefully it won't be raining. We'll get all the marking out done, then we can do all the cutting in one go, about 45 minutes worth of cutting, and then we can bring them back in, because you haven't got much space in here to set up a bench. It'll just get in our way and create a little bit of dust, even though we've got a hoover. So good progress so far. Everything is going to plan up to this stage. I'm not going to say for the rest of it. It's going well so far. You can see we've got the old time lapse on the go there. So that's with the S23 4K, so we should get some good time lapse of this. The floor is a little bit bouncy, a bit, well, we're on floorboard, so we may get a little bit of a bounce in the time lapse, but yeah, so far so good. Really good progress so far. We've got the bottom fascias on this double, and one of the birch doors on, so looking good. I'm going to move on and do this second birch door, and then I can do this single carcass door, and then work on to where Sean is. Sean's just finishing off working out the trims. Like I said before, he's just working out the widths, and we could bring him in, and then we can just do all the mite cuts. Just get all those cut first outside, worry about the rain after. So Sean.
Hello.
So this bottom plinth is in now. I had to remove the bottom drawers just to get the screws in, and they are simply screwed from the top. It went really tight, so I'm only just putting 2 screws in, one there, one there. I've done the same over that side, 2 in that section, none of this section, because there was no need. It's one long plinth, and there's no need to have a seam fixing because there's plenty both sides. So yeah, those drawers can go back in now. Sean's cutting the panel, so that panel can go on. Really good progress on this so far, and it is 20-2 so far. Not doing too bad. We're at 22-3, and I have just fixed this trim into position, and the upper trim is also in position with the last little corner one to do. So that is my task right now. I have that little piece over there. Just need to put 2 miters on it and get 2 fixings in through that carcass, and then I will be working on the 3 fascias and the door. But all the drawers are in, and all the rest of the doors, this trim is in. Sean is still just downstairs about to cut this panel. Yeah, really good progress on this one, and it's all gone together really nicely, and so far so good. Still got stuff to do, obviously, and things still can go wrong, but overall it's looking pretty decent. I like the way that the birch grain all lines up too. There's no patches on this job on the grain. Really nicely even, because we cut this out of one sheet and then these 2 doors were out of one sheet. I still like the fact that this one looks like it's actually all out of, well, it just looks like they're all out of one sheet. Okay, so the way I do fascias is I pack up to the underside. Obviously the packers are where the fascia needs to rest. Which one is it? Is this one, because it's got the masking tape. So we put the packers to where we want it to be, and then we've got 6 holes on this particular drawer. We've tried all sorts. We tried 4, we tried 6, 8. Find 6 is a nice number, and we come down about 30-ish and about 50 from the bottom, and the same. Sorry, battery just ran out there. So yeah, 2 screws. Get it in position. Make sure you are happy that you've got your gap right before you commit. Then what you do, I'm holding my camera here, so I can't really do it two-handed. Just give it a tap and a tap, squeeze it together, then pull it out, and you should then just be able to drive your screws in, then out, in and out. Or you can just take it away, it'll be marked, and use a 3mm drill bit to just very slightly pre-drill your fascia. Not too much, just a few mil, because you want a good purchase on it. And that is it. And then you do the same for the next one, but you put a packer on top of this fascia. So pretend this is now done. Packers have just moved. You then put another 3mm packer on top of that, put your fascia on, knock it onto those screws, carry on. So that's my procedure. Okay. At the same time, Sean just scribed this. Sean, push that cheek in. This is the scribe that Sean just got. We are going to lift it ever so slightly up, so don't worry about that gap. It's because there's squidgy carpet at the bottom, but we multi-tooled that skirting there, but we've got a nice joint. And then if I have a look from the front, there we go, and that is the detail. But we'll be doing a little film right at the end, showing you the finished article. So yeah, happy days. Sean's going to be packing up the bench outside and putting a few tools away while I just finish this corner. Once this is finished, then it's just a clean down. Happy days, isn't it, Sean? Yeah. There you go, guys. Another one. Really, really happy with this one. It's gone surprisingly well. I thought we were going to be here a lot longer. It's 4 o'clock, just gone 4, and we finished. What time did we start, Sean? 7:30. So there was quite a bit to go on this one. There was external fascias, there was 4 doors, lots to line up. We had the angle carcass to put together. We had a double and a single, had to line them all up. We also had the boxing in at the back that we had to work around and get those bearers in the right place to support the wardrobe. But we've had no problems with this whatsoever. Everything has been literally to the millimeter. Really, really happy. All the grain really looks really, really nice. No patches whatsoever on this birch. Really good quality birch. And overall, a nice design. Customers picked a nice design. Birch and painted draw fascias is always one that looks really, really nice in my eyes. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, like and subscribe, the usual. And we also have a Patreon, so if you want to subscribe to us there, feel free to do so and support the channel. Other than that, guys, have a great day. See you next Sunday. Take it easy. Ciao for now.